I don't like scammers. I don't like scams. I don't like scams on Facebook, and I definitely don't like scams that revolve around housing. And that is exactly what I saw this morning. So today, I wanted to share with you the things you need to look out for if you're looking into some housing on Facebook to make sure that you're not going to get scammed. This is a really good one because these scammers are getting more and more clever. My name is Mark J. Schmidt. I'm with RE/MAX Country and MoveMeMark.com, where I help you get the most out of the real estate market and your home. If you're new here and you like what you see, do me a favor, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out. So this morning I was on Facebook. Don't we all look at Facebook? I'm on Facebook and I see that a friend of mine has shared this post. And you know what? It was pretty funny because this friend of mine, she's a wonderful person. She's always looking out for others and she's always trying to, to help people. So she saw this post and she shared it on Facebook. And this is what the post said. For rent to own, in search of a family to rent to own this 3-bed and 2-bath house for $530 a month. Newly renovated home, ready move in. Stainless steel appliances, newer floors, updated bathrooms and kitchen. No deposit required. All pets are allowed. Section 8 accepted. Then they had a link to a website and then it said, "Will be notified and I will contact you to set up an appointment." So when you look at the pictures, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful home. The rooms clearly have been renovated. The house just looks great. And I think a lot of people would look at this and say, what? This is something I'd like to get into. But let's take a look at this and find out, how can we tell this is a scam? Well, first of all, let's look at the post itself, okay? First of all, it has an unbelievably low price per month. $530 a month in New Jersey, that really won't get you an apartment. Sometimes you can rent a room for $530 a month, but to get an entire home with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a 2-car garage, that's unheard of. So right off the bat, the $530 a month is a huge red flag. Now, on top of that, they're saying this is rent to own. Now, a lot of times when you have rent to own, you're going to kind of base the rent on what the mortgage might be once they apply for a mortgage. So let's take a look at this home in particular. This home in pretty much any part of New Jersey, and listen, in different parts of New Jersey, this home could be worth more or less. But let's just say that this home was worth $350,000, okay? Which is pretty reasonable. That's kind of on the low side. Now let's say that we took that $350,000, the buyer put $50,000 down. Let's say you're just taking a mortgage for $300,000, okay? Not a lot when comparing it to this home. A $300,000 mortgage at 6% interest, which is kind of like around the prevailing rate right now, would be $1,798 a month. That would be the monthly mortgage payment. Now, these people are offering this home at $530 a month. They want to offer it for less than a third of what the mortgage payment would be. That doesn't make any sense. That's a huge red flag right there. Now, let's continue. If you look at the ad, you notice that there is no town that is mentioned where the house is located. Usually you'll say, hey, this house is located in North Brunswick or Edison or East Brunswick or wherever. There's no town, there's no address. That's red flag number 2. Now, number 3, let's look at some of the things that they're offering here. No deposit required, all pets are allowed, Section 8 accepted. Now, that's pretty interesting because, first of all, no deposit required. Now, listen, I've never gotten into a deal with rent to own, but from what I understand, rent to own typically comes with a deposit. They want you to put some sort of money forward to hold the house. So, no deposit required is crazy. All pets are allowed. That sounds really suspect because what if for some reason you don't pay the rent and they have to evict you? Are they going to want a house that's been destroyed by like a Rottweiler? Probably not. So the all pets are allowed. That one's a little suspect. And the Section 8 accepted. Now, Section 8 is a housing allowance. And the chance that you'd be able to buy a home using Section 8 is slim. So, so that whole part right there, that's another red flag. Now, let's continue. There's a link on the post. Now, I blurred out the link here because I don't want anyone going to it and getting scammed themselves. But what's interesting is that the link itself is just a GoDaddy site. Like, they didn't even register a domain name. It just says like HUD Homes and a number and then GoDaddy.com and whatever. They didn't even try to make it look professional. And like I said, it's just a GoDaddy site. So that right there, another huge red flag. Now, on top of that, the final red flag, actually the second to final red flag, is that they used in the website name, they used the term HUD Homes. It was like HUD Homes, a number, and then GoDaddy, and then .com, whatever. HUD is a government entity, and using the word HUD Homes makes it sound like they're affiliated with the government. It makes it sound like they have access to homes that maybe others might not have access to, that they would be able to give away at a really inexpensive price. This is all nonsense. They are not affiliated with HUD Homes. I went to their site, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom in small letters, it says, "We are not affiliated with HUD Homes." There's something going on here. I don't like that. The final red flag can be seen in the picture itself. If you see the for rent sign, you see that there's a shadow being cast by the tree right next to it, but the for rent sign itself isn't casting a shadow. That was clearly photoshopped in afterwards. So who knows where this house is from? These people could have taken these pictures from any other home for sale or for rent and just used it in this post here. So that's the final red flag. Now, let's take a look at where this post actually came from. My friend found this post on a local community Facebook group. Now, if you check this out, this post got shared 69 times from this group. And the crazy thing is this: if you notice the post itself, see how it's shared 69 times? Look how it says you can like the post and you can share the post, but they turned off commenting. You catch that? They turned off commenting because they knew people like me would start commenting that, hey, this is a scam. Do not give them your information. Do not give them your money. They're here to scam you. So whenever you go back to an original post and you see that the comments are turned off, it's usually because there's a scam working. When people don't want you to talk, there's some reason behind it. Now, moving on, let's look at who posted this. This was posted by a guy named Chris. So I went and clicked on his profile. Well, lo and behold, it doesn't actually go to a profile, it goes to a page. This is like a business page that someone made, and they used this name Chris, whatever his last name was. Now, what's interesting, if you notice, he's got a profile picture. That's the only picture. He's got no banner picture there, and he just created this page 3 days ago. So when you see that someone has posted something on Facebook, but they're new to Facebook within the last 3 days, and this is the only interaction they've had on Facebook, it's most likely gonna be a scam. Now finally, I did a search of this post on Google. I did a reverse image search, and I found a few other posts that were either identical to this post or very similar. So you see here we have one from Nicole, and here's one from Lorraine, and here's one from Lynette. Lynette's is a little bit different than the other two, but it's all the same thing. It's a home that looks great, is too good to be true, and it goes to a website. These all happen to be GoDaddy sites, but they all go to a website where they want you to put in your information and they'll get back to you. Now, will they get back to you? Probably. Will they try to steal your information, steal your identity, steal your money? These are all viable things they want to do. But when you see things like this, when you see things that are too good to be true, where the price is too low, the house looks too good, just realize this: if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Don't get scammed. Now listen, if you have questions about actually buying a home or selling a home or any other part of the real estate process, there's a fantastic resource. It's my website. You can find me at www.MoveMeMark.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you missed our last episode, I've got it right here for you. And here's another episode that YouTube thinks you should watch. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that circle and subscribe so you don't miss out. And I'll see you next time for more real estate awesomeness. You have a great week.